Life is short, but most people don't realize it because they take time for granted. This kind of mindset tricks your brain, making you believe it's okay to waste your time. If there's one word that everyone hates the most, it would be regret. Because this one word means you didn't make a choice when you still had the chance, and it's too late to fix it. Remember, we're always one decision away from the life we truly want. In the next 8 minutes, you'll learn a step-by-step strategy to make your life meaningful. This isn't just another useful idea. It's a practical start-to-finish plan that shows where you are now and exactly what your next step should be to achieve the dream of your life. Step 1. Mindset shifting. Everything begins in your mind. The way you see life, yourself, and the world around you shapes every action you take. Do you still remember when you were a kid? You used to dream big. I want to change the world. I want to go to space. I want to be the best in the world at something. But as you grew older, those dreams got smaller, and you started following the same path as everyone else. This is called the bandwagon effect, when people do something simply because everyone else is doing it. But it's not entirely your fault. We're social creatures wired to fit in. We naturally want to belong to a group, and we tend to believe that if many people are doing the same thing, it must be the right thing to do. The truth is, you can break free from this effect by realizing one thing. At the end of the day, nobody really cares. Trying too hard to fit in only makes you lose yourself, and you start becoming someone else, just to be accepted. Starts with one simple decision. Stop asking, what are others doing? And start asking, what actually feels right for me? Step 2, find your passion. You're not lazy. You just haven't found what truly inspires you. Think about this. Is there something you do that makes you completely lose track of time? It could be anything. Maybe an activity or just a simple hobby of yours. The thing we're looking for is usually the same thing we turn to when we procrastinate. It's what we do to escape what we hate. But here's the catch. You'll find so many options that it becomes hard to choose. Because one decision can lead to less satisfaction when you keep thinking another choice might have been better. This is what we call the paradox of choice. You can narrow down your options by adding one more criterion. Most people mistake passion for simply doing what they love. True passion is the combination of what you love and what you're good at. It should be something you do that others recognize as great. Step 3. Break the cycle, once and for all. Do what you hate. Make money from it. Use that money to do what you love. And when the money runs out, go back to doing what you hate. Sounds familiar, right? Because this is the only cycle we were ever taught in school. You're shaped to become a certain kind of person, one that fits neatly into the working world. It doesn't matter if you have other talents or passions. If they don't align with the school's curriculum, you'll never be praised for it. Many people are trapped in this cycle, not because they love their job, but because they have no choice. They've got bills to pay, and this is the only skill they've spent more than a decade honing. To escape this cycle, you need to make your passion earn for you. Some people just make jokes for fun, but a few take that skill seriously and turn it into something that earns them money. You've probably seen someone make a lot of money just by telling jokes, dancing, covering songs, unboxing toys, or even just reacting to movies. In today's digital world, the possibilities are endless. Anyone can turn almost anything into income. Step 4. Transform failure into a learning process. Failure is inevitable. Think about it. When you were born into this world, you failed countless times while learning new skills like cycling, running, or even walking. But none of those failures stopped you. The reason you succeeded was simple. You kept trying. You cried when you fell, but you stood up again and again until you finally made it. You're not going to score on every shot, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't take the shot. Taking your passion seriously doesn't mean you'll succeed instantly. True success comes when you understand what your audience needs. Have you ever looked at a product and thought, who would buy something like this? But somehow it sells like crazy. Many people fall into the false consensus effect, thinking that what looks good to them will automatically look good to others. But the truth is, people don't always see things the way you do. But there's a way to increase your chances of success. At first, you have no choice but to mimic other people's success stories. Because if it works for them, it's something the audience already loves. Remember, this isn't about you. It's about what the audience wants. Mimic it until you can create something similar. Only then can you start to improvise, by finding the gap you can fill with your own unique value. Step 5. Patience. Let's play a little game. Can you name anyone famous who became widely known for their craft with just 1 year of effort or less? Save your time. There isn't. Most people give up too early. They say they're not making any impact, but they've only been in the field for 3 months. In fact, most YouTubers who achieve real success don't see their breakthrough until 2 or 3 years of consistent effort. Gates' law states, we often overestimate what we can do in a day, but underestimate what we can achieve in a few years. This happens because in a single day, you can see immediate results, whether you completed a task or not. But to believe in a long-term vision, patiently wait for years, and keep taking action without any significant results. That takes much more strength. Of course, it's not easy. It's even harder these days as the world moves so fast. And patience is something we often lose along the way. But you can hack this system. Do you know why games are so addictive? Because they give you consistent progress with levels, points, or rewards. This system makes you feel that every day your actions are leading to positive change. That sense of progress is what keeps you motivated and in momentum. Do the same with your own journey. Create a checklist of every small task you need to complete each day to achieve your goal. Imagine you need 1,000 days to reach a breakthrough. Every day you complete your checklist, you add 0.1% to your progress. By the 1,000th day, you'll have reached 100%. When you look back, you'll see just how much you've improved. Conclusion. The biggest misconception in life is thinking that you only live once, so you might as well waste your youth. Consider this. Would you rather fail while you're young and full of energy? Or fail later in life, when your energy and time are no longer on your side? Take control of your life before it's too late. Have you ever heard about a social experiment where people were asked this question: what would you say if someone gave you $1 million? Most people smiled and said, "Thank you so much." But then came the twist. In exchange, you won't wake up tomorrow. Instantly, everyone refused the offer because deep down they realized waking up itself is worth more than $1 million. Yet we never feel thankful when we wake up every day. Life is so precious. It starts with your mind. Then find a way to earn through your passion. Think of failure as a brick thrown at you and patiently use them one by one to build your empire and become the emperor of your life. Follow these 5 practical steps right away. It's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take a moment and make it perfect.